Say, Mr. Asante, good morning.
Yeah, I'm in your
I'm patching on to say.
Yeah, me I do me.
Come on. My num tea down. Oh, yeah.
System need yes, and because we did that.
Aqua, but now APS is one more flag by then a man with APS. And go your own.
Well, it's in Bibri. It's in Bibri. You say, I'm on your co PNC as far back as 1992. But yet is the PNC first political party from Ghana. Yeah. 1992, the first political party for any PNC, and son MPP in NDC. Yeah.
That's after Nkrumah.
After Nkrumah.
After CPP name.
After the overthrow of Limano, there was a ban on
political
activities.
Yes.
The first political party to be formed was the PNC under Dr. Hillary Liman. Yeah, the president of the Third Republic.
Yes.
On the form of
when your president pay. Now what me a political party and to say na as a could be Modi.
Anyway, na say name koso no. Say o money here ojefo na e de bia ntokwa you never hear PNC in any good field but PNC dey na ntokwa. I just don't know why.
What was the problem? Struggling power and a more struggle for what?
Yeah, multifaceted in the sense that pass through PNC are very strong. So I like you Ramadan.
Yes.
The former chairman Samira Papa.
Samira Papa.
Yeah.
Her Excellency Samira Baumia. Ne Papa.
Abu Ramadan.
Papa
was youth organizer. No, PNC youth organizer. Scott, Supreme Court judge. No, a general secretary. We have the likes of Bernard Mona, a whole lot of intelligent guys. Atik, all
Atik Mohammed.
But you know, I'm saying, the more we try to solve it, the more near man essay. The best option is we have to see the reality on the ground.
It wasn't financial.
Oh, let me be very candid.
Be blunt.
Let me be very blunt. And I say thank you for the word. Most of these smaller parties, maybe I say, how do they finance the parties? Because you introduce it, so how do you make it? I can say authoritatively say most of the funding, if it's the major political parties,
NT, CPPO, PNCO,
whatever.
GCPPO, why you?
What the man can for PNC
perspective.
Oh, there was most of the political parties.
Well, I'm not friends.
Minor political parties.
But I like it. Let me have PNC. And I'm a woman tea, but I'm telling you authoritatively. Party in Kitchen to reduce. It be introduced. Membership card of Korean and fa. Areho. So bisa PNC say Mao you register.
NDC ni MPP na be more.
This are hack of fact.
Manu do dwem na so.
You see, let me tell you, my major strategy be. Say you call IPAC meeting now. What you say? Ya pack parties be. Now, obi di say Kofu ayo party say. We keep the LPG na there no. There's a consistent attempt to ward them into own. Yes, a majority carries vote. And yes, you call IPAC a decision to be taken. No, now you war most of these political parties, to certain sector.
Ship them to one of the political parties.
Absolutely.
But your chair can or say kwa.
That's it. Into independence now was a political party. You don't get it. Into now my no. I be we have attempted several times and Quebec for more alliance. You remember?
Yes.
CVP, PNC, ND. But do you know why?
It's a struggle for power. Who becomes the chairman? Where a symbol near you?
Exactly. 2008, I was part of those. Any Dr. Mahamani Indu. We tried to form the Nkrumah unity. There were no voters. We voted at the end of the day. Why? Because symbol was one of the factors. What we suggested, say, Modiani Akokoye Diani Kube. Yemfa Akokonisi Kube no sono. That is not alliance. They refused.
Oh, so there be.
Oh, see you Kube. Yeah, there's a difference between alliance and a measure. Alliance, no. It's like what I do agree. So we blend it.
Yes.
Me Joe Diana then it's a measure. Then I lose my identity.
Yes.
What I say, yes, no, but
Edward Mahama wanted his.
No, Indum rather.
Indum.
You call primary no. Indum winnie. Unya 9 votes. 11. And Dr. Nya 9.
And because we winnie and until you felt so.
The grassroots this is your company. So, besides that, say for my alliance now,
yes.
PNC now chairman Alaji Ramadan. CBP names an islander. Now, who becomes the chairman?
Was another problem.
That's it.
One can be chairman, one can assist vice.
That is a problem. As my kind of me.
That's it. To me, we hear the poll. See, a Jumana, what from now? Ye pese ye no.
2004, Electoral Commission my vehicles.
Yes.
8 vehicles per political party. Now you can't buy my benya 8. You can't separate benya 16. Into we call 8 now we call 16.
Ka 16 yeah.
You see the alliance na ye. Because chairman be a baby. General secretary be a baby, okay? In the CP before no, I said they beside there. I'm going to 8. Yes,
you 8.
You can't buy my 8.
No.
A very disturbing factor. We cannot sacrifice.
It means corruption is a very difficult thing to deal with, because even
you see. So have they disappointed Ghanaians to a large extent? The smaller parties, PNC to be precise, PNC.
Yes, we have really disappointed Ghanaians because what am I saying? She mentioned the word corruption. So we share Integrity International.
Yes.
When we talk about corruption, people perceive what is corruption. People perceive say it's kasem. Maybe it's one in no. Corruption permeates. Okay, more than that.
Yes.
Almost defining corruption say is abuse of political, social, and economic power.
Exactly.
Okay. We are penny more. Yaba interview. I'm the most qualified. But Esa say one per mass to work for Busu. That is corruption. Totally. Yes. That's corruption. And yet we are commander in chief of the armed forces.
Yes.
Yeah, recruitment. For political parties. Yeah, more list no for whether the people are qualified or not. And then these are all aspects of corruption. Nti omana ye woman
and they cry commander in chief ya na ambassador unti
asamna
ya owe nti wano so abani bia na
we say from only a former commander
na former na me nya no na me kai
CDS
send ye to me your ambassador as former there
what's that
e kan sempio
what's that
why na say
what is the problem no the problem is with the constitution. Yeah, 1992 really? Yes, I'm telling you.
What's wrong with that constitution?
Yeah, let me explain. If you go through Chapter 6 of our Ghana Constitution, 1992, it talks about the direct principle of state policy.
Yes.
Then you come to the powers of the executive. When you say a president, or to me say American president, Ghana president.
Yeah,
because all powers in crown now.
Oh yeah, executive.
Yes.
America is just a president.
Yes.
In the deep of executive.
States no
absolutely. Apart from the federal system, federation, yeah, president no. Or say he can impose the state of emergency and be better. Until we have to look at the constitution,
yes,
and then review some of the powers of the executive. Okay, and yes, we shall get to a point that look, he becomes a dictator. All right, that's the dangers of it. Argentina, now the state has been able to get some money. In the minister, news.
President say, release some money.
So authority being a president, which means he controls the system. Number 2, Council of State. If you say Adibio say it doesn't make sense.
They agree with you.
Council of State must be abolished because number 1, me my employer, me na me my penny, and I'm a file say
be Council of State member.
Not to me. I say me better actually.
Omo to aba, e bi mo ha ye to aba but.
I think they are 16 of them.
Yes.
16.
No, they are appointees. No,
from each region.
16 no.
Yes.
And they are elective.
Yes.
But the president has a prerogative to add some more. Yeah. Say be Onua.
Yeah.
National House of Chiefs for the Omore Epoko.
Absolutely.
And some other institutions be the
Ghana
Police Council.
Me my for say be to me for they na be actually. I don't know if I'm making sense.
I get you.
You are.
Okay. Now, last but not the least, I didn't make a constitution. Look at something like Article 71.
71 holders.
That thing should be cancelled totally.
Minister Jessica S. Gracia.
Teacher ni aye juma 30 years. Oko pensioner. Now will be a friend of cap 30. When you 3,000. That's 1,000 cedis a year. Okay. They say no more review na say my whatever. And teacher ni say we are juma 30 years now we are 30,000 kwa no dey yamiasa. Obi abe juma parliament for just 4 years. It takes a gratuity of over 400,000 Ghana cedis at the end of 4 years. Now, the question is, teacher no a professional. Politics is not a profession, it's just a vocation.
Yes.
Until what to it's a vacation. Just a vacation.
Vacation.
It's just a vocation. What is it? What is politics?
Vocation.
Oh, this is a vacation. It's a vocation. Okay. Maybe yeah. It's a vocation. To be a politician, anybody at all can be a politician. What does it take to be a politician? Look at our constitution. To be a president, what do you need? You must be 40 years
and above.
And of sound mind.
That's it.
Yeah, no. This is it. How do you determine a sound mind? Number 2, politician, a parliamentarian, what do you need? You must be 18 years and above, and of sound mind, and of right to vote. That's it. So in reality, you ask yourself, say, what exactly is the framers of the Constitution? All right? As far back as I saw 1992 election, I voted in 1992. The framers of the Constitution, if you're saying a military regime and a civilian regime under Rollins. Now, the Nippon framing Constitution, it was tailored towards a certain direction. And I'll be very blunt. 1990, Usha 19 Kwame Nkrumah Constitution, yes. Constitution, Liman Constitution. The age limit, the age limit now 42 years of president. You yeah. 42 years. Now, 1992 then, Ronald Sebano, and I'm limiting it about 40 years.
Because now, as an
he wouldn't qualify to be the president, the president at that time. Now, talking about parenthood, all constitution, you both parents must be Ghanaians. Ronald Sebano, and I'm amending either
or you have cast.
Absolutely. Yes, I can disqualify. In terms of drafting constitution, sometimes was it
some of them selfish interest be a bem
control. You understand? Air control. Otherwise, and to appease those people, then you put in Article 71. 71 holders. To me, when you sky a core article sector, the money the state spend on that sector. Don't assume say ministers on Kwao. Staff almost all of them fall into that category. Would you believe this? Look at one interesting aspect. When is a Cocoa Board? Cocoa Board of Ghana. They are not subject to government scrutiny. Would you believe this? Books, it doesn't come to government. Moko just syndicated loan. Since Kwame Nkrumah time, I just syndicated loans. They are autonomous. Cocoa Board, they own PB and Omusicani. Into Obia Pesa Cocoa Board. You see, one name now say if any streamlining in yes, I mean about the air, the high honkake. The high honkake, but I'm an idiot. That's what we did.
We are talking about alliance. Can CPP, PNC, or my emergency or make a more boom. Any idea net me abuane down Kroma or better Ghana see why nay. I say, Yamana Bregu. The Bassami Akra could be MP 110. And no more on the 20. Nanka Manfo said that we compensating Kroma. Nanka Samia de Nanku or the Nemusa also been to me this year. Or by politics and organ how I say.
And you're the fault. You see, never we say. When you feel what is that Kwame Nkrumah fee neither?
Debbie. Minimum crop for
what was any fee? Have you seen Kwame Nkrumah's house in the family home? And then in a sweet to Accra, Kwame Nkrumah. What was that Kwame Nkrumah fee? I
don't know, second Nkrumah choir one man demonstration, send a papa fee.
Miss Ufina was one on
what not fear us, and a papa fee, woman to no mara.
You will cry if you see Kwame Nkrumah's home. Only if you Uganda has it.
Was it that he was selfless? He wasn't selfish.
You see,
selfish as a president. Only if you say
generation no assassin. Things were not like that because no first say the people are more important to him than himself. And not just say be on pay. You understand? But then in reality, they say baby I do know.
I say any brother more.
Everything is in shambles. Look at something briefly. Look at your country. How many ministers do we have? 125 plus. Plus or minus.
See, a large in our country.
Ministers.
Of course.
Ambassador at large for 9 ministers.
All fall under those categories.
71. Okay.
Now, if you count them, if you MP say 275.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now we have MCEs. What have you? Name them. Bog them. Now, and look at the quantum of money that goes to that sector. All right? Now, each and every member of parliament, you see a man alone, no fanto.
V8.
Yeah. Now, Bisa almost say, almost salary, no, as equated to the pricing of the vehicle, now. One SUV is about $200,000. I said in the US. Very expensive car. US, if you ever it be in the US. Americans are converting from powerful vehicles to small Camry now that they don't use because of taxes. SUV say Okrum Hano. Minim Nansinya Burkina Faso. That boy, what's the name? Ibrahim Traore.
Yeah. 44 or what?
3 years he has transformed the country. Out of 400 tractors. They imported 400 tractors, equipment. It's a farmers, and plus I send them home for free. In here. Ghana. how many years? 60 something years of independence. You crack tomatoes free Burkina Faso. Is it not a shame?
Yeah, do you have a buy a crap?
Well, I mean,
tomatoes
back 5 cities. One, maybe I bet 5 cities back. It's a big shame.
What a hey?
Meanwhile, I show my estate.
Yeah, Bram area.
Yeah,
test for the anybody, but I know me the beach social media. It's on 20.
No,
tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Abba.
A big my. A bit the body. I'm not saying this to say it's anybody. The body. But a jadi phone be subuya too much in your Burkina.
Why do you blame the traders?
A binya. Some a more thing.
Some prices
because
are outrageous.
They bank a mori banche mori ne mori. Now obeka wie na wabon say 10 Ghana. Wabon say 3 cedis crown walk for. I say this all the time.
They say so okay who say
because
man or the amount maybe
na say na mum.
Imagine if
and now that every ton kruma.
Oh, but
every ton kruma no but imagine if free gram ton nam. Ebi but I want to know I mean I won't take that fact. But we should also let them know it's all right.
Economics.
Because the same thing you buy lesser in other places. Make I just show me ton nam. 20 Ghana baby.
In simple economics, demand and supply. Okay, Senyamano ebusua, you can't price it high. So what I say,
I get
excess. Look, I saw something. Kenya. When we are marketing, spotted markets.
Yes,
market beer, major market beer, almost storage facilities. In the post-harvest losses, maybe in Nkadomi market, almost storage facility, tomatoes, what perishable goods.
Yeah, baby,
they store it in the market.
Silos,
that's the point. And now, as far back as 1957, Kwame Nkrumah silos. So, North Canada at Ebubu, we couldn't maintain it. In reality, no.
Monkamo humbo musunamo Kwame Nkrumah dear, and this idea hunum Sikadi,
and your former chairman, Alaji Ramadan, ambassador under this government. Dr. Mahama became an ambassador at large.
Papa no way.
Clinic.
No, but say who baby or Ghana.
Oh, the clinic I think
Domi. Ambassador at large. But that's all Kruba.
Hona a year or more general secretary. The officer hono clinical.
Or the clinical.
I don't
know. I didn't
very interesting. It was about that large group.
The general secretary now can be full.
I didn't age. That's how it was. I'm telling you, I was the communication director.
Yes.
And I'm very, very true doctor.
I see.
You are talking about
Janet,
former general secretary of PNC.
Yes.
Now,
and they were more former for PNP.
Well, I didn't have. You understand? Everybody goes anywhere. BS or so. Osha political office of the what is here? Only parties are Ghana. In the books. So you ask yourself, so what are all these people doing? You buy IPAC meeting, then they whip them, and they vote in favor of certain direction, and they say that NPP are doing it. And the longer short.
And PNC and this is for the Ghana.
I don't know.
And I'm muche.
PNC divisions room. Henry Asante, let me be frank with you. Let me be very blunt. I'm very blunt. Henry Asante was for the pro MPP group, but at Mona and Co were for the pro NDC. That's true. That's reality. Better dear chairman, I'm your advice. We always have
MPP line. No, so
reality. No, let's face it.
Now better na it's not like they're even supporting one so that they will start. But then there's a new alliance. I mean, I don't know if even at that we were wondering because as we speak, we don't know who chairman although a political party is a movement. And I don't mean say even if it's still movement because now there's a new alliance. Other political parties be joining. That it hasn't come out well. How it's going to look like? Whether it's still movement and Alan is still their flag bearer. With who is going to be the running mate?
Well, let me.
Is it working?
Yeah, very, very, very. I wish yesterday you were. I wish you were there. I don't know if you were there.
No.
Yeah, but I'm not deceived by the massive turnout. I don't know. All right. Say me call rally, not say me who crowd now. I don't see that as the end to itself. The human angasa will form.
Yeah.
Now, on your basic question, whether it's a movement or what? Yes. Alan formed his movement, the movement for change. Alan, yeah.
Yes.
Now he opened up the window for all those who think alike to to come and join. I came on the ticket of the PNC. ODK came with his group. Abu Sakara came with his group. Name. All those, we are about, we are 9 to 10 group.
The last time we were 13 or something.
No. Officially.
9 to 10.
I think we are Elan Kanwa 10.
Okay.
Right now. Then we are formed an alliance. We have another check-in agreement of what do you call it? Statement of understanding now. We are going into an election.
That will keep the name Movement for Change.
When we joined it, it was Movement for Change.
Yes.
But when we joined, it became Alliance for Revolutionary Change. Get the difference. Alan, any Movement for Change.
But Alliance for Revolutionary Change, the MPAE. Even in Rakra, you see Movement for Change.
Yeah, I'm developing a point.
Right.
I'm developing a point.
Let me get you.
Alliance for Revolutionary Change. When we all came together, that's the day. Now we are going into an election. We are going with Movement for Change. Why? Because in 1996, MPP and NCP, Aka Party, they form an alliance. When they were going to the election, they used the symbol of MPP. Yamfa Alliance, though it was an alliance, but they used the MPP symbol. Similarly, that's what we are doing.
All right.
Why is it necessary to think of an independent candidate? Maybe I say, why? Now, what are they doing? Look, historically, in the United States, where I stayed a little, what is George Washington? He was an independent candidate and he won election in the United States. George Washington, one of the greatest presidents of America, he was an independent candidate. When the thing became murkier, sending Ghana politics, I am murkier, NDC, MPP, no. Then the people of the United States said, no, let's look for a neutral person. And that neutral person turned out to be George Washington, and he won.
Is Alan neutral?
Of course.
How
Alan.
neutral is somebody who came out of a political party?
Listen, President Kufuor, he worked with Rollins. He worked under Rollins. When Rollins was under the PNDC. Later on, when he saw that only policies are Rollins Kutane and he agree, he opted out and joined the MPP and they formed a political party and he won. So do you also say that he's not neutral? Sometimes people join political parties to see to the well-being of the nation. And this about joining you don't have to maintain that posture. Until I say about me, I say he's going to do something differently than I am emissary.
It doesn't make you neutral because it be a no cry.
You have your interests.
Yes, Abrante be friend as a Nibren Alan Diatano. What the minister Kufuor Breso, what the Abanye Bibia Saudi Bia, what the what the minister a year and Aldo Breso, in your one and Kababy San, where the almost getting to a year 8 years.
4 years.
Ultra
4 years. And a second term,
or resigning.
Yeah, sure.
What them say. Now we now say Yanto amount me dying. That's what the person said.
He went for the.
You need to justify the issue.
Yeah, but he went for the first round. He won for the first round. He sailed through. Second round, I don't know if you say be a nine shut down into the uncle.
No. That was when that was another time and on it.
Political party, join a voluntary job. I'm not mandated to be in my party forever because my application. I decided to join. Until I did say me free more or say minya conditionalities. It doesn't work that way. You can join any party of your choice at any given time. In this office, baby, I never do no. And you own to me. There's no limitation. Into moment, you're very careful on that tangent. I may agree with you about 4 views there. They can say it, but the reality, face
I'm
the
sure
reality.
you've also heard it. Even you or Abu Sakara or any other person or decay or if you say.
Bitterness, especially even though the crowd for instance.
Bitterness.
What makes it any brain? A philosophy be at you. A philosophy be a before say baby I may do no. Mean to me and continue. What makes it any brain? Me pacho be the president. Only president any brain free never. Ideologies are a cost no. Many no nyadwin because mampeni MPP for catch is one district one factory another one.
Yes.
One constituency $1 million annually. Anyway. Aba. And the movie says, Bosch and I share into me, and what do I have to do? I need to call it quit. In the end, call it quit, and not any brain of my match. Sure, look at the country, independent candidates as well. Look at the country like Benin. Just Benin here. Go to the Republic of Benin. Under Kereku, since Omunya independent in the 60s, Kereku released two party states. Last 8 years election, do you know who won the election in Benin? You know who won the election? The election was won by Patrice Talon, an independent candidate. We win it twice in Benin. Google and check. Benin President Patrice Talon is an independent candidate. So what baby say, baby, I near my corner. Na man, go to Benin and see the level of development that is generating there. Housing and networks, road networks. And you do baby, baby, I got that corner. Look, if you don't have a neutral system, we term it as a what do you call it, government of national unity, so that everybody you can be coerced into it. We don't, sir. One man takes it on. My friend say, how do you call it? Winner takes it on. It's very problematic, highly problematic. Dr. Onua, my very good friend, very intelligent man. When it comes to energy access now, very good. Because the party anti are too much. Do you have to do this? Say yes, I know. They be an or mine. Look, me first say manifesto. No, say yeah, true. Manifesto to me doesn't make sense. Manifesto doesn't make sense because your constitution no. The quote and articles.
Directive principle of state policy.
It has summarized, constitution has summarized how to rule the country. Totally. Now, Obiya Kofa said, media, SS program, I bay. Yeah, me call O.
Free SHS.
Me call O and A level. All right, you use school. What do you say? Now, 5 years O level, 2 years 6 form.
Yes.
Obiya no national service at Sanwako University.
Yeah.
And then, Yakofa Bibiaba, we buy or say Kufuor, they call 4 years and 9 years.
Yeah, Rollins, they call A and
Rollins 3 and a Kufuor.
Only starting a Kufuor bar 4.
Mess by no side.
You
see, well, I had a policy direction away. And then, averagely, every year you produce 300,000 graduates from the universities. And where are the jobs? Job market new. You get it? Tell me, you go school, you're my look, job available factories. There are more factories. That's not a factory. Every vacation job. Be a help because school that. Kakraba. Yeah, Chalote. Yeah, underpants, singlet, Nina, factories will be and then in a way. Your farming inputs. Asa, your farming system, we have a sector minister of agriculture, Ura Brian, Nipa. She's an agri sector. His interest is no more in the agri sector, but a hospitality industry.
To be fair, he was building his hospitality before he became a minister.
Listen, I agree with you. Say he was building, but you see, leadership by example. I'm being very, very frank. And then, pucho, man should not grow in stature. You must grow. You must grow in stature. But you see, if you are Greek sector, look, I went to OT region. Just kind. The level of poverty in those areas. Yeah, politics in the Chinche, Ufa Eastern Corridor. What do you call it? Look, you can see poverty written on the floor. Abject poverty. I'm telling you. Or
Bancroft blaming Mwankasa, you the politicians that Mona Mofeli Ghana. Because Mukro ya mo yes I can all can once me. If it's not NDC, it's MPP. Now, as you said, political parties strip others. Even if you have a different opinion about something, because the person feeds you, your opinion in some way somehow. Then you like Edward Mahama Kwade ambassador at large. Or Namha na Ramadan or Luswaka Kwadene de no Namanti as someone come on Hopani and to me this how to structure this country to make things work.
No.
So Alan Ed the minister of trade. They're importing within the trade industry because it's one of the sectors out to me you see, whether export or import, it falls under him. We didn't see much. Yeah, because people have to trust you.
I understand.
Or done research about cheddar ban raya yenim baby onyan sika kura free. Wabumu say
depending on where that research is coming from. Yeah, look at the source of the research. I can manipulate the research result easily. Okay? You have to look at the genuineness of that research group. Because to me, a critique research. I'm not saying cheddar is not the best, it's not a good brand, but in reality, say you're showing on that tangent, okay? You're showing on that tangent. And I'm afraid the good people of this country still need an independent candidate because cheddar is not cheddar okay, or as a political party. It's not coming as a political grouping. It's not attached to anybody. Johnny Alana difference when they
No, but you were also saying, say, person must stay neutral. How can you stay neutral when you have an interest?
In a sense,
because you were coming from a political party, Alache Bati is coming from a political party.
Abu
Sakara, almost Muina, Alliance and Mafomnina. You are coming from different political parties, but you are thinking alike, and your thought, the thought you have, is an interest you have.
Personal interest or national interest?
Well, it can be personal or national.
I don't want to talk about that personally because look, what is the aim? The aim and objective is to make sure that we make Ghana a better place. So naturally, you look at it from that perspective. If you are telling me of a personal interest, then I would have gone for the government of the day.
And now, a great transformational plan.
Yeah.
What is the whole thing about?
It is briefly ideas are yakai huabum. Now, you can't you say at least most of the groups, most all of us know, we believe in that ideology. What am I talking about? I'm talking about how to transform the country from where we are today to a greater height. How do we do that? It can easily be done. Though there will be some obstacles. But you can't time frame. We can make it. Since 1992, after they call it institution of the fourth Republican Constitution. I try and test it. Rollins by any idea, or the court, or Mampenida Kufu by any idea, or the court. Look, and now I say, Mr. Wa, look at the value of the international currency. How much is the dollar to the Ghana city?
15
plus. You may accept 15, no? And then yes, sir. 2016, I hand over my MPP. Now 3.9.
Was it 4.2 or
3.9? Let me give you the benefit of the doubt. Say 4 whatever it is. Say 15. How many years now? Do you know what depreciation does to the economy? Imagine say 100,000 Ghana cedis a down. 8 years ago, 100,000 cedis.
It's a lot of money at that time.
Exactly. Depreciation and now, 100,000. What to me, did you pay $10,000? The same 100,000 at the bank.
You can't get that.
You can't get it. You see the effect.
A little above $5,000, maybe.
So why should I keep my money in the bank and get it depreciated? But because of inconsistency of governance,
But the plan sounds like a manifesto that you just said you are not interested in.
Yeah, we are not naming it. Party piano and now it could be our objectives. You have to print out the objectives. Okay, so we should take the Ghana Constitution, article chapter 6, and then just oppose it to what we did. It was totally in line with what is there. You look at the agri sector, you look at the health sector. All this is couched in the book. Now, everybody say, "Obe shamibo." MPP before share bo bibri, and yes, sir. Under President Mills, almost national health insurance, NDC manifesto one-time premium.
But no, but can't to me.
No, but you see, a book. I know when you book. You understand? Because you said it. Me to Obama because of that promise. In the job, I am saying to me.
No, man didn't come on stakeholders and fact.
But I did not. What inform you to imprint it? Then say one stakeholders consultation.
So you don't have promises in the plan?
I don't see promise.
You do?
I don't see promise.
Because I know
I can send you the soft copy.
Alan was saying, instead of having Council of State, you will do second chamber. He's how he wants Ghana to go.
Absolutely.
Until also as a boss me ba may say.
Me ba may say. In the second chamber. You see. So I constitution
because I was also thinking about
naturally. Same thing that there are some aspect of the constitution that need a review. Okay?
But we've done review before.
There are amendments.
I was part of the 2008 review committee. I fear Wakusumbu under J.H. Mensah. We did a very voluminous review. Has it been implemented since 2008?
No.
I was part of it. Okay, Scott.
So would you go back to it or you do a different review? You think even that has issues?
You know what? With time, Emre Sano, na books become obsolete.
Yes.
Policies do I have to amend it. To me, so Chinchina said because it say your constitution, yes, as a parliament, I'm 125 member parliament and about 200, and then they do 275.
Next parliament, about 276.
I don't have a problem about that. I don't have a parliament about that. But the reality is, let's make sure, with age, then you must economy. And do some say, yeah, they promise. I will not say it's a promise because it is visible. Yeah? There are certain clauses in the constitution, okay, that cannot be touched. You know that? The entrenched clauses. Entrenched clauses. You can't touch it. Ebini says he say, member of parliament. So or parliament. Only say intervention. Police or by intervention. In the time man of Becheno.
Kwasi ya do kwa sorry.
Just don't continue sorry. Na onko sorry so. Or 80s so. Time man of Becheno.
Be obefa be at say weekend.
It just say you the thing in such a way say you and I don't have any liberty. All right? You and I don't have any liberty. Or my I did such a way say it fits certain category of people. Nearby, if the accountant general Becheno is car a course sector no, you wouldn't believe it. In the United States, a minister of state, only be or why say it to me.
But that's what it is. That's how it is.
Yeah.
You try to and 2 year MP now a minister, you still take the one salary, not two.
You see, that is where I seem to have a problem.
And I deception.
I'm penny catcher and say, ombe sacrifice, ombe tea, yiso, salary. Okay, 30%. Okay, as a case no. Has it been done? You are in the fault. Has it been done? Has someone asked a question whether it's done or not?
The president brought it so on my year to a large extent. Say even MMDC is crown out. But as to say a true reflection of what we are not there. I mean,
you see, this
but
is what
they made mention.
Well, you can't. You cannot just go and say, "Give me your bank statement," and answer with my saying.
But of course,
but when you speak to them, they will tell you it has been done.
Yes.
Yeah, but you see, we are in a society. We are in an open and transparent society. And
are we?
We are supposed to be. What I want to cast much me. He said, "Me maji was much." So also, I was saying, say, when you reduction in salaries, to me, I don't agree with it. Only be capital over here. Or monty 30% no. Infi allowances no so. Not Yes. What salary? You have a fixed salary.
I said basically there. I mean, a fee and allowance in there.
Allowance no. Obi no be pay allowance no so. Basically they say fee. Oh, strategic plans.
Yeah.
To outwit the populace.
But we need to have a different conversation. I mean, about this particular. I seem to have an interest in it. It sounds. I want to know what is in it.
Yeah, the GTP.
And we have to interrogate everybody's. If it's not manifesto and they call it
yes, because
whatever it is,
only a signed social contracts not per se about
we have to know what's in it.
We agree.
And we have to interrogate it.
Of course.
And we have to interrogate what has been done before.
Yes.
And what you'll be able to do.
Interrogation that we are at your doorsteps. We don't have any difficulty.
Ghana for so problems into maybe say bisa.
Yeah. We are very.
And tomorrow by 7 because 7 they said I'm do you have a different survey outside what is already out?
Well, I wouldn't call it a survey. Ours is to meet the people on the ground. Survey, I've told you numerously, in 2016, the survey pointed out to the fact, say, Mama could have won the election. Mama could win it. That's why I research.
So you're not going to work with the survey?
We make it, we take it a pinch of salt.
But that's it. The era Henry Asante, formerly with PNC, now with an alliance.
Onua 95.1 FM. Yeah,